that he actually indicated that they're going to look at is how to enhance the capability of the police by the use of embracing new technology. And this is a typical example of what can be done. You also mentioned the body cams. The body cams they sort of two-tiered, because on the one end it helps the police to identify people, etc., etc. But also it serves as a inhibitor for corruption, because these policemen are always targeted by these organized crime syndicates and all these other criminals, and they come up with very lucrative offerings to them. But if that camera is rolling, there's no way they will do that. So it serves also as a protection of the police. But the drones are just some of the technology that they can deploy. So we believe that in the near future, with the new strategy, the minister is going to deploy even more and better technology.
Absolutely. It's one of your 5 prepositions there in your report, Willem. I mean, back in June, we understand that the ISS had actually made proposals to the incoming government on improving police performance and compiling that comprehensive report for GNU. So maybe just for the benefit of our viewers, Willem, maybe talk us through some of your table proposals, and have these been taken into account? Have you received any feedback or on the way forward?
Yeah, we are very happy that it seems that the minister, when you come in as a new minister, that minister doesn't have any background on policing, etc., etc. And so what we try to do is we sat down and we came up with some proposals. It is only proposals, it's only indicators that the minister can use. But if he doesn't have a toolbox to work with, then he has to start from scratch. And that is what we attempted to do. And you are right. We also proposed there, one of the proposals that we made was that he has to enhance technology, and that technology will also then serve as a force multiplier to actually benefit law enforcement. We also looked at better training. We have to look at capacitating our members. The police had a tremendous drain of expertise in recent years, and most of those expertise have either retired or they're in the private sector. And that is one of the things that we also recommended, is that the minister and the police should take hands and embrace the private sector, but also other state departments, in order to enhance their capacity for crime prevention and crime detection. And if you look at crime prevention, that is one of the problems that the police are sitting with. The police are being held responsible for the prevention of crime in terms of the Constitution, but the police do not have always all the power and the jurisdiction over the drivers of that crime. And that is where the other departments must come in. And together with the police, they have to form a holistic approach towards prevention of embracing all the other departments, but also private sector. So we are very confident that things are going in the right direction.
Absolutely, Willem. I mean, just on that report still, I mean, key to note is also that the multi-thronged approach to all these main contributing factors to the current high crime stats in the country. You mentioned stuff like auxiliary policing, the need for the modernization of our data capturing systems in order to ensure less corruption too. I mean, Willem, it's 2024 and we're still getting cases dismissed purely because of lost dockets. So now more than ever, police should be ramping up and testing the new as well as improved ways of combating crime.
Of course, traditionally your law enforcement agencies, they're always 1 or 2 steps behind when it comes to embracing technology in order to further their cases. And the problem that we have there is that the criminals are very fast to do that. So they pound on the latest technology and they use it for their betterment, improvement, and how they can perpetrate their crime. So the police have to not only catch up with them, but the police have to be 1 step ahead. And it seems that that is happening now. It costs a lot of money. But it also costs a lot of and investment in your members. And we see that with the recent deployment of more than 3,500 police officers that were deployed earlier this week, we see that almost 1,000 of them were allocated to the Western Cape province, where we see is really a flashpoint and a burning point for crime. So it seems that there's a strategy and they're working with a plan, and it's encouraging.
Speaking of encouraging things in turn of events, Willem, I mean, maybe talk to us in terms of your research as well as data. What do you think particularly makes the festive season such an opportune moment for criminals and heightened criminal activities to thrive?
Yeah, well, in the first place, people got bonuses. Most of the people got bonuses. It's much more money, or they saved a lot of money and they're going to spend it now. They saved for all 12 months or so, and they're going to spend this money. They're on leave, so they lower their guard and they're more relaxed. It is more of a holiday feeling that the people have got, and then they lower their guards. And that is, the criminals prey on that. We also see that the criminals are opportunistic. We see that a lot of the houses where people are going on leave, those houses standing empty and not being guarded, and they prey on that. But also, when these people go to the malls and they go and do their shopping, they are more, looking at, then a relaxed feeling. And we saw a lot of crimes happen there, a lot of cell phones being snatched, a lot of pickpocketing taking place, in your petty crimes. So during this season, that is there's normally a spike in those type of things. But also during the season, there's a heightened use of alcohol, and then we also see a spike in your assault. You see a spike in your violent cases, etc., etc. So that is why it is also important that the police is more visible, and we see that this year they are much more visible than they used to be last year.
Willem, as always, great input this afternoon. We appreciate it. Mr. Willem Els is a senior training coordinator at ISS.